Is there such a thing as an inclusive lipstick? Well, Maybelline wants us to test it out. They're launching a collection of 7 new Color Sensational lipsticks for spring 2019. And they first started to toy with this idea, kind of sneak peeks, use it on the models backstage during New York Fashion Week for spring summer 2019. Enter in Maybelline's Color Sensational Made For All lipsticks. Now there's 7 shades. There's red, neutrals, and some pinks, all of which have been tested to Maybelline standards obsessively with over 50 different skin tones. And that's according again to Maybelline's research. So we're talking from all skin tones, very pale skin all the way down to very deep, as well as all of the undertones and everybody in between. Here's a quick verbiage from Maybelline that I just want to point out. It states it's all about the right mixture of pigment. For example, the most universally flattering red must have the perfect balance of yellow and blue. Using our specialist team of color chemists, we know the specific mix of the pigment needed for each shade to work on every skin tone. Let's first take a look at all 7 lipsticks swatched on my skin tone. I also like to use my palm just in case you happen to be fair skin. You want to kind of get an idea of what the color looks like. Then you decide, did they do it right with all 7, or which ones or one just happened to fall short? Let's take a look. First up is 370, which is Spice for Me. This is actually the one that I have on today. If I sound a little froggy, I still have a cold, so that's why. Hopefully, let's see how far I can get through this video without hacking. This shade just reminds me of like a fall pumpkin shade. It's a orange shade, but it looks like it has red and it has brown attached to it. I think that this is such a beautiful color. It's actually my favorite color out of all of the 7. I think it flatters my skin tone. This is where it's going to be that caveat. I feel that depending on your skin tone, here's where it's going to start to lean and start maybe pulling out different shades. The fairer you are, you're going to start seeing a lot more of that, like the red tones come out and the brown to come out. But then you might also see some more like cool orange. So see what I mean? It's just going to start going every which way. Then of course on very dark skin, this might be a great nude lipstick for you. Next is 373 Mauve for Me. Now here is where I feel it's the brand's attempt at looking at a nude shade. So let's have like a pink nude shade and try and make it so that it would work on everyone's skin tone. Mauve for Me has a lot more pink in the color on my skin tone, probably a lot more pinker than I would like, but it's still that nude, like a pink nude lipstick. Also forgot to mention with the first lipstick too, just like Spice for Me, with Mauve for Me, I don't feel that I need to pull in a lip liner to start adjusting the shades. I can just put the color on my lips and go. So I don't have such very pigmented lips where the Mauve for Me is going to change the color on my lips. I just want to point that out because that is how I'm actually going to be testing these lipsticks as far as the color itself. I want to see, hey, do I need to pull in a lip liner or not? Because if I don't, that is truly to me something where, well, yeah, it's made for me. And it's going to be hopefully a flattering shade. The third shade is 376 Pink for Me. Now here's where I feel Maybelline failed. I hate to say that word, failed. You know, I have to say this too. I feel like sometimes I give Maybelline a hard time. But then when I go in editing, the feeling goes away because they make it sometimes so easy for me. If you're going to throw a pink in there and make it universally flattering, you got to get it right. You got to get it right because pink is like a mauve in the sense that it's going to be something where a lot of people are going to gravitate towards and a lot of people would want to wear it like a nude. So this color on me pulls a lot more of a cooler undertone on my skin tone than I would have liked. It looks a lot more violet on me. This is a pink in which I feel I need to pull in a lip liner, and that's not the premise of this collection by my standards. I don't want to have to feel like I need to pull one in. The deeper that you go in skin tones, pink for me is going to start to look real ashy on you real quick. So with pink for me, if you're fair skin tone, light skin tone, medium, I think it'll look nice on your skin tone. Again, it's just going to depend on your preference as far as what pink shade you like. and of course your undertones, but I don't see this as a flattering shade for me. And pink for me, I don't feel is a made for all lipstick. Next up is $3.79, which is Fuchsia for me. Now this one is a strong, bold pink lipstick. Fuchsia is I think a fuchsia is just that, I don't know why, I also think of it like as a fiery color. I feel it's a look at me statement. And with their Made For Me fuchsia, I think they nailed it, because this fuchsia is not only accepting on my skin tone, I think it's going to flatter darker skin tones as well. I think the reversal is going to be with the lighter skin tones, because it's such a big, bold color. I just see light skin tones, pale skin. I just see like bubblegum blown up on the face. I mean, that's my first image in my head. This is a pink that I can actually wear without a lip liner. And the deeper in complexion you go, this nice bold color, the skin tone will start to soak it up, look very flattering on the skin. So if you like a big, bold lipstick, fuchsia for me is the way to go. Next is number 382, which is Red For Me. This is the shade in which Red For Me is actually a matte formula within the Color Sensational line. This is the only shade in which it changes, meaning an actual matte formula. All the other lipsticks are that creamy satin lipstick formula, and I actually really like that. Red For Me is a beautiful shade. This is a shade that I am going to be gravitating at throughout the year. Red For Me pools a little bit more brighter, so with that indication, that shows to me that Red For Me is, I would say, more of like that blue based lipstick, which is quite flattering on lots of different skin tones. Again, I like the fact that it's matte, because I feel that Maybelline's matte isn't necessarily truly an uncomfortable matte. It's really comfortable. So I do like that. And I feel that Red For Me is going to flatter, again, a lot of different skin tones. So Red For Me is definitely something I feel that they nailed, and can probably definitely say it's universally flattering. The next red is number 385, which is Ruby For Me. Now, Ruby For Me, it's swatched right next to Red For Me. It looks kind of like, okay, that's the same lipstick, it just has a different formula because it's not a matte. Now, Ruby For Me is a lot darker. On my skin tone, not only is it a lot darker of a red, it's more of a warmer based red. So you have two preferences. You can go more towards the blue based one, which is Red For Me, or you can go towards the warmer, which is Ruby. But it's not warm where it's pooling orange, like an orange red. It's still in the red family. You still have that nice, strong, beautiful red color. It's just a little bit more redder. So hopefully that shade will, again, flatter a lot of different skin tones. The last lipstick is number 388, which is called Plum For Me. This is another shade I feel that they did right. This is a shade where it's like that berry shade. It's the raspberry tones. And you have that deeper purple plum, well, Plum For Me shade added to it. Now, this is again going to be a shade that's going to start to gravitate and go this way and other depending on your skin tone. But I still feel that it's going to be flattering. The fairer you are and the paler you are, this is going to be a color that probably will start to look a lot more darker on you, start pulling a lot more purple, a little bit more vampier. On my skin tone, it's like that berry shade, that raspberry tone. Deeper in skin tones, it's still going to look very flattering on you. So I almost said raspberry for me. Plum For Me, I think that they did a great job. Whether you just pick up one lipstick or you try all 7 of them, definitely come back and leave your comments and your feedback. I want to know which shade works for you, which shade doesn't work for you. Did all 7 work? Definitely let me know in the comments. So thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I hope the video has been helpful for you and the swatches. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.